Hey there, Mike.
Hey.
Welcome back to MRank, episode 33, I think.
Yeah, I think 33 or 34 could be. I don't know.
Yeah, you kind of screwed me on 32 there, but I'm gonna let that go for now. So, as you guys probably can tell from the logo in the background, we're back exploring the wonderful world of Alpha Productions. Uh, but we're actually not gonna be reviewing a film from the brilliant mind of Mr. Chris Day. We actually reached out to the man, and apparently he's a little too busy to give us some time right now. But we got the next big thing. We looked up the credits of his movies and found out the man behind the man, the guy who had the vision and the means to help produce these things. So we will be introducing producer extraordinaire Matt Beard today. Are you excited, Mike?
Oh, I'm very excited. I can't wait.
We will also have a Q&A portion at the end of the interview. So if you guys have anything you want to say about it or whatever, you can put it in the Q&A and we'll read it in the end. So let's bring the man right now.
Hey.
Mr. Matt Beard, welcome to our show.
Hey guys, how's it going?
Pretty good.
Yeah, pretty good.
Mike, is Minnesota better than California?
I don't have an answer to that yet. Give me another month.
Cool. So basically, like we said in our conversation previously, we are actually very interested in this new creation guy called Chris Day that is like rolling out and throwing movies left and right, and they're always so intriguing and surprising.
Yeah.
But you obviously saw this way before any of us because you have been helping him get these things made. So the first thing I want to ask you is, how did you get involved in movie producing? What inspired you for this career choice?
I can tell you, this was something I didn't want to do as far as producing goes, but I met Chris about 5 years ago. Seemed like a cool guy, you know. He wanted to do a Star Wars podcast. Didn't happen, you know, but still kept in contact with him. You know, I wouldn't call him like a good friend, but he was, you know, acquaintance to friend, you know, is what I would call him. But then he was like, I make movies. Like, oh, cool. This guy makes movies. Wow. And then I saw his stuff. And I was like, oh, wow. It's not great. But, you know, I wanted to help him. Try to be like, look, I can see there's passion. I want to get you out there. Because if you have the passion and if you're doing the things right, you know, you'll make it somehow. And maybe not acting, directing, or anything like that, but you'll at least work in that area, maybe behind the scenes. So he did ask me once to do something, and I did agree to it. But after that, I didn't agree to do any of that stuff. So my name just started to be attached to things.
So, since you brought him up, working with him a little bit, how does it feel to work with such a creative mind as Christopher Day?
It's very wild. He is a, like, George Lucas doing the prequels type of attitude. You know, he has that kind of ego where it's like, it's my way. I only want yes men. I'll give him advice, like, oh, okay, cool. And then he doesn't do it. Like, I would give him advice like, hey, save money, buy this camera, save money, buy this, yada, yada, yada. He's like, no, I'll continue to film with my flip phone and, you know, all that good stuff. But, yeah, I mean, it's more working with him is like, you have to agree with him or else nothing you say will get to him. So.
Ooh.
Sounds very like a very controlling, creative person. I would say we have noticed that he actually puts some self-restraints on his movies. Like he immediately decides he's gonna only use like the free versions of editing software.
Yeah.
Or on other decisions, he just decides to use like one shirt for the whole movie.
Yeah.
Even on several people.
Or switch to fireworks when he doesn't have, you know, bullets.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
How do you feel about? Do you feel restrained or excited by this self-imposed budget limitation that he applies on his films?
I think it's very revolutionary that he would use Power Director, Ken Master, and keep the logos on there. I mean, look, if these things break out and it wins an Oscar, that's something that company, like Power Director, can be like, they can kind of hold that above everybody else. Be like, hey, you guys might have all this really cool stuff, Adobe, you have Premiere Pro, that's like fantastic. There's all these cool, editing softwares that like Martin Scorsese does. But Chris Day won an Oscar using our product, and it was plastered on the film. So I think that's really revolutionary.
Oh, interesting. Okay, so as far as we know, you said you only truly worked on one of his projects. Yeah. But as I looked through his project, we found you were credited in 3 films. Yeah. Which one is your personal favorite?
Now, favorite as in like just pure enjoyment, or just the best overall?
The one you're more proud of.
Yeah, let's go proud.
I'd say the proud, and that's very strong word to use. I would say it was one of the Jack Frost. I forget what it's called. Where it had stock footage. Yes.
Perhaps? No, wait, that's not it.
It's the second one that he did. I can't
Fear
remember.
Blood. Is it Fear of Blood?
Yes, that one. Because I did record a little voicemail thing for him, because this was at a time where I was like trying to get, push him to that point to where he can maybe take that next step and whatnot. And editing was much better in that. My favorite, as far as just pure enjoyment, Legacy. I love that so much. That's one I can watch literally any day. Even though I had no involvement in it. But like,
you do have a producer credit in Legacy.
I don't know why he did that, because I've told him many times. I go, look, I'm not going to tell you stop doing what you're doing. Go work at like a Walmart or something like that. But don't put my name on it until you actually invest money into what you're doing. And he didn't listen for a while, and then he finally stopped putting my name into things.
I was going to ask you if you were the one who came with the brilliant idea about punching the bookcase.
No, that wasn't my idea. But that was a great shot. Very, very intense. Great way to start off his short film. I never would have thought about it, but that's the difference between me and Chris.
You also have, actually, other than producing, you actually have an editing credit in the film Dangerous Days. Do you find it challenging editing with the power-free version of the thing?
I had no idea he even put me on as an editor on that, because I did not touch that thing. That's the first time I'm hearing about it.
It's kind of weird.
Yeah. I never edited that. I don't know why he put me as an editor. But that's funny.
Interesting. Okay. Okay, so let's move on to what's behind the reason that he stars in every movie he makes. Is it a conscious decision, or to showcase his acting abilities besides his directing ones?
Yeah, he wants to show off that he could be the next Rock, in a sense, where he...
Or with tits.
Yeah, with tits. He's got to make sure we get that in there, because he wants to have tits in his movie, but you can't really do that on YouTube with the opposite gender. So he does it himself, so he can kind of, fill that void in, which is kind of cool too. But no, he wants to be an actor. I would say more than director. So that's why he does that, I think. And to be honest, I don't think anybody that is around Nebraska or wherever he's at in Nebraska can do what he does or has interest in doing what he's doing. So
I would believe that.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
I would think he started directing himself since he was too weird or too revolutionary for regular directors to hire him. Makes sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Something else that seems to be very important in the films he makes is music.
Yes.
How much of your production budget, you as a producer can tell me, how much of his production budget goes into paying for all these music rights? Because he uses some big artists in some of these movies. Even Eminem showed up in the last one we watched.
So he doesn't pay a cent for the music, but the way I see it is, you got Eminem. He's like, listen, I haven't been doing really well lately, even though I sell millions and millions of albums. I've been doing well lately. But if I'm in a Chris Day film, forget Venom. If I'm in a Chris Day movie, then that's going to launch me. And then whatever other artist he uses probably thinks the way too. It's like, look, it's free promotion.
That's genius shit right there.
Oh, yeah.
So I guess since we're coming to the end here, as a producer, do you have any other big projects coming up? Anything that we can look forward to?
Well, this is actually a serious one. There was something that he wanted to make, and then I took over as a writer. I have no idea if that's going to happen anymore because we're not in contact. It's kind of like The Judge in a way, to where it's a guy who doesn't have a good relationship with his father. However, his dad dies. It's revealed in the beginning of the movie, so he has to go back home, and he finds out he has a kid. So it's a father-son story about him learning to be a dad, and then kind of learning about why his dad was the way he was, as he remembered his dad, and why he did it for what he did. And that was something that he wasn't going to direct or anything. That was going to be all me. However, since we're not talking anymore, I don't think that's going to happen, but he might make it himself. So that would have been the next thing.
The one thing that surprised me a lot also was that since he is still in the prime of his career, because he's still producing films. I mean, he's producing content, apparently not with you anymore, which I'm sad for you because you lost a creative visionary from your umbrella of people who work with you. But I did find weird that he already got a Lifetime Achievement Award, even though he's still in the prime of producing films.
Yeah.
And a little weirder than that is apparently he gave it to himself.
I know. So I think with his Lifetime Achievement Award, it's clear. Look at the things he's made. The Target. He's made these Jack Cross movies, Dangerous Days, Legacy. I mean, Legacy alone deserves a Lifetime Achievement Award. And he's so meta, which makes him, like, as brilliant as he is, he's so meta that he's going to give it to himself. Like, I mean, could you see Martin Scorsese giving it to himself? No. Nobody would. But Chris would. And that separates him from other directors.
That's a good point.
Well, anything else you want to add to this, Mike? Do you have any other questions?
Oh, okay. You may have been around him during this portion. He went to a couple, at least one film festival that he's talked about. And since you're the producer, I would assume you went with him. How was the experience of going over there?
So I've never been to a film festival.
Okay.
And I don't think he's been to a film festival either. But maybe he's went virtually. Maybe because of how good of a director he is. Toronto International Film Festival decided to do some tests, like they're going to do the online film festival this year. So maybe they were doing some tests by the last couple years, giving him a link to watch the movies and attend it virtually. So maybe that's what he's talking about, because now they're starting to do virtual. They're like, okay, does this work? We'll see if any pandemics happen. And if it's too bad, maybe we'll do this as long as it works. And I guess it worked.
So even that way, the man is truly a visionary. He saw COVID-19 coming.
Oh, yeah.
He was preparing himself by not lying, but straight up attending film festival digital.
Yeah. He's attended it virtually, kind of like what Comic-Con did this year. I would assume better. And then, like, I mean, he knows when everything's going to happen. Like, he knows, like, when the world's going to end. He just hasn't revealed it yet.
Oh.
But he says he knows. So,
well, we did see that he announced that his upcoming project is apparently going to be a trilogy of films based on the character of Daredevil.
Oh, wow.
It's particular because since the MCU is actually a thing right now, I find it weird that they would actually allow him to license the character of Daredevil for his films. But maybe he's doing them in such a different take than they're going to actually do in the MCU, that they are willing to take that chance with him and say, like, hey, What can you do with this guy?
I think that could be possible. If that's not the, I guess if that's not the reason why he's being able to make a Daredevil movie, maybe Marvel decided to give Chris a call. Kevin Feige's like, hey, I've seen Legacy, The Target, seen all these movies. I want you to do a Daredevil trilogy.
They have take risk on unknown directors and then make them household names. So it may happen. Maybe it can be outside of the MCU. Yeah. So now at the tail end of the segment, we're just gonna check if any of our viewers have any questions for our guest here, Mr. Matt Beard.
Let's see what we got. Not really a question, but this was at the beginning of the interview. Are we about to meet a legend? A legend in his own way, yes.
Yes. I wouldn't consider myself a legend. I would consider myself below average. But, I guess somebody's trash is another's treasure.
And yeah, that's pretty much all the questions we got.
This one is actually, I think, for Mike.
Minnesota
Facebook user wants to know, Mike. Is Minnesota better than California? Where are the COVID numbers over there?
Okay, for the COVID numbers, yes, Minnesota is way better than California right now. Extremely better.
So where you're located, Matt, how is COVID over there?
Yeah. It's definitely not California or Florida. We're at, I think, around 80,000 total, which isn't good, but it's not the worst. I mean, Orlando alone gets that every day, it seems like.
I blame Disney.
Yeah, I mean, I'll give Disney credit, even though they're opening, which is stupid. They've taken precautions as far as they could. Like, they're being as safe and as careful as possible with, like, putting, like, glass dividers in the queues where everybody would line up. They won't let people around anybody if they're not wearing a mask. They're being very, very strict on it, unlike Walmart and whatnot. So I'll give them that. I wouldn't have opened it personally. I would have kept it closed until Florida numbers went down because they're still going up. But, I mean, at least they're not handling it like some stores are where it's like, oh, you don't want to wear a mask? Okay, whatever. I don't want to get hurt by you.
Yeah. I'm in Latin America, and it's been a little rough here because the government keeps borrowing money.
Yeah.
Steal it.
Oh, okay.
They have borrowed thousands of millions of dollars to give support to people. Then no, they don't give anybody support. Oh. And then the money just is gone.
Right.
So yeah, corruption and shit. That's kind of our thing.
Yeah. I mean, with the US, and I'm not gonna like attack certain politicians or whatever, but I find it funny because we're in like a post-op, like the mail like crisis or whatever. There's like an emergency with them. They're more focused on getting that done rather than getting money out to people that need it. So it's like, if we're gonna send you, a stimulus check or whatever, every single thing has to be agreed on, or else we'll keep pushing it. Oh, post office might be in trouble. Okay, we're gonna get that fixed immediately, even though there's UPS and other companies. So it's weird.
Priorities, man. Priorities.
Oh, yeah. But at least I get my mail.
Fair. You can get action figures and Blu-rays from Amazon.
Yeah.
There hasn't been any more movement in the chat, so I think this could be a good point to end it.
Okay.
Unless anybody of the two viewers we have right now wants to ask something.
One question for our producer, Matt Beer.
Now, I do have something, though.
Oh.
Let me see if I have it ready. And if I do, I'll send it to you. So.
Oh, wait. We do have another question. You can keep going.
Okay. So.
Would you put butter knives between your fingers to look like
Look, I mean, you gotta do what you gotta do. However, visual effects are very, very wonderful. And he definitely didn't do that. But speaking of that, he made a Wolverine movie. Have you guys seen it before? His Weapon
No.
I
X.
have not seen the Wolverine movie.
So he made this a while ago, and I think he might be in the group I was in when I shared it, and Chris shared it at one point,
Okay.
and then took it down. I found all the clips, and I was able to piece together the entire thing.
Oh.
So I'm gonna send that to you. It's like 2 minutes and 27 seconds.
Yes, send it to us.
I, obviously had to keep the watermark on there, so I have the Kin Master watermark.
It's kind of a thing.
It's required,
We have another question. How much would you have to get paid to get your pants pulled down during
I haven't. I mean, look, I think that's the thing about Chris. He's just revolutionary here. I'm going to upload it to YouTube real quick, unlisted, and I'll send you the link.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a Chris Day movie coming to you.
Yes,
Clip,
we do.
whatever it may be, it is 2 minutes of a Chris Day legend movie.
This is a rare treat.
This is something I was able to find, thankfully. Here, I'll open up YouTube real quick so I can get the link to you. Or actually, now I can just send it through my phone.
So were you involved in the production of this Wolverine movie?
Yeah.
I was not. But the good thing about, being in communication with Chris was I got to see these things real early. So I saw Legacy like a month before it released, I think. And then I saw this like a year before it came out.
Ooh, okay. One last question before we get there. Something occurred to me. Okay, so he'll put on Facebook that it takes 3 months of him shooting these movies. Since you were producer on one of them, how was that? 3 months on a project.
So
shooting it, a 2-minute movie.
I unless he's filming 1 second, like per day, I can't see how that's possible. But look, he wants to make sure it's perfect. He wants to make sure it's absolutely perfect. So that's why it takes 3 months.
I have noticed.
It's like Alfred Hitchcock.
I have noticed a lot of jump cuts in his films. So maybe we're saying like 2 or 3 seconds per take, just brilliantly edited together.
Yeah,
that could be it.
I mean, he's a revolution, and committed is the word. He's
fair.
Very, very committed. Like, I've never seen anybody with the passion that he has and the lack of skill. I mean, the skill he has. It's truly amazing. All right. I have it coming your way right now.
Oh.
So I was able to piece it together, and we have Weapon X.
Producer extraordinaire has
set that up. Let's set it up right here.
The one person that's still watching, do not go anywhere.
No, I haven't seen this in a long time.
There we go.
Oh.
Just let me know if you guys get the audio right, okay?
See, I couldn't hear anything, but that might just be because it was quiet.
No, it hasn't started yet. This is a rare thing, guys.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay with the audio?
Yeah, I can hear it. So this is him being put into the tank to get the power.
Oh.
With the soap.
I love the fact that it's just the back of the wall.
He's got to clean himself.
I love that. That shot is brilliant.
It's very revolutionary. Now he's got the power.
He grew the sideburns. For a moment there, I thought I could have sworn I was watching Hugh Jackman.
This is him.
There's the tits. Oh my god! Wait a second. I think we need to take this in for a second.
Yes.
Those are butter knives. those are not even. I mean, if you use steak knives, at least those are sharp.
Like this, like when I saw this for the first time, like this part, I thought it was a deleted scene from superhero movie that came out like a long time ago, just because of the butter knives. Either that, or maybe he was being, he was trying to be very
butter knives.
hashtag butter knives. Maybe he was trying to, I guess, reflect X-Men Origins Wolverine with how bad those claws looked. So maybe he's like, I'm going to pay homage to that by using butter knives.
Also,
and ketchup for blood.
I was going to say, is that ketchup?
I think that's ketchup.
Because it looks very, very tomatoey. Also, why is he covered with that right now? Did he kill somebody with the butter knives?
Yeah, I think he killed like Ketchup Lad or something. His arch nemesis.
The other thing that is actually very subtle here, and I think you guys should like pay attention to the detail.
Yeah.
He obviously only had 3 butter knives.
True.
So he keeps his other hand off screen so we can understand that he has like claws in both hands, but he can only show us one. So he carefully keeps the right hand out of frame.
It's smart.
Very smart.
Like he doesn't want to make the same mistake they made in Cats, where you can see Judi Dench's wedding ring.
What is that? Like a bathing suit? What the hell?
I think that's his underwear.
Oh.
I'm just glad nothing popped out. Because that wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah.
This is a little scary. I'm gonna move on. Oh shit!
And then if you listen real close, it's the Execute Order 66 music playing. But he just had a scream.
Then it's over?
Yeah, this is the end.
Yeah, but I mean, what happened? Because he was so traumatized and tortured, and he just like that. It's like a weird edit. Maybe we're missing something because he's like really into it right here, and suddenly he's just walking away, nonchalant.
Yeah.
So, this is early Chris Day, like real early Chris Day, to where you couldn't understand what was going on unless you wrote it. So, like I kind of improved on that, but he truly believes the audience is so smart that they don't need to know what's going on. You can use your mind and your imagination.
That is Johnny Cash.
That is Johnny Cash. I don't know how he got Johnny Cash to agree with him.
I think Johnny Cash is dead.
Yeah, so maybe Chris can bring people back. Wait, what was that at the end?
Wait, what?
Look at the very end.
Okay, give me a second.
Like the last frame.
Okay, good. Let me get this back.
We all do own a lamp, and that's what makes Chris Day genius.
Oh yeah. That
is very fair. I love how he just like went really short with his film. Oh, sorry.
Hi, Dan.
That's not it. Okay.
While you're looking for it, when is the Batman film in comics? Producer extraordinaire. Where's the Batman film?
That's probably never going to happen, or it's going to happen when he's like 40, because he's still going to do this when he's 40. He's going to do it until he can't walk anymore, which credit to him.
Fair.
So we'll probably see when he's like 40, 45, which is unfortunate, but he's got to make Daredevil.
Yeah.
True.
Watch the
he
camera.
Does have the trilogy.
Oh. Did you see what it like?
Whoa.
It was this weird little post-credit scene. literally like a blink and you miss it.
There you go.
Wait.
This right here, this is like text, and this is just like a frame turning, and you can see barely like a screen from a computer in the back.
Okay, so that's not on him actually. So I had to find this because I pieced it together and I put it on Facebook. So I forgot to cut this part out. So this is my phone.
Makes sense.
So
Fair.
I technically have my name on it.
Right?
Oh,
Yeah,
God damn it, Chris.
I see it. He is right here. Mad beer. Yeah. I think you get some credit for this one, sir. You have now shared 4 times.
No.
4 credits.
know.
is there.
Also, I have to give him props in this film particularly because he saved very, very much money by not using a shirt for the whole duration.
Yes.
The less clothes, the less money. The man
he
is
didn't- He didn't have
Um,
pants for a portion of it.
That's true. He went full underwear. I'm surprised he didn't go nude. Because he's done that before.
Yeah.
Like, and it's horrifying.
we haven't seen that, but
You don't want to see it. You definitely don't want to see that. It's the thing that made him known by a lot of people. It's called Playboy, and literally was seen by over 20 or 30,000 people before it got taken down. And yeah, I would not show it because that could get the channel taken down. So
Fair.
there you go.
brilliant.
But to be fair, that's his Citizen Kane.
I think it's a lost masterpiece, and
Yes.
we are very, very thankful that you brought it to our attention. We probably wouldn't have had the pleasure of seeing those 90 seconds of footage and the brilliance of the butter knives live if you didn't bring that for us.
I almost kept in the
Do
him grabbing the camera to turn off.
you know what this is, Matt?
When are we going to talk about Back from the Start? Back from the Start.
Is this something he did without your knowledge?
I don't know what Back from the Start is, and I mean I could be completely blanking, but yeah, I have no idea.
Well, I guess that's it. We want to be
Well.
very thankful to the man that joined us here today. Thank you for your valuable time.
Yeah.
We're very sad to hear that you're no longer working.
Uh,
Brilliant man that is Chris Day. Definitely is your loss, sir.
yes, it's
be a
100%
little-
my loss.
You should be a little ashamed about that, but
Yeah,
Well-
I'm never gonna win an Oscar now.
yes.
Never
Wait.
gonna win an Oscar.
Wait.
I've heard about this.
Oh, so that never happened. That was a joke. I honestly forgot about that. It's a guy that was in one of the groups I'm in, and somebody made a poster that was. Let me see if I can find it. It was like they put guy AV's face on the Bohemian Rhapsody poster. So. Oh, yay! My job had its first COVID-19 case.
Back from the start.
Oh,
Actually-
Part of his music career.
Actually,
Yes.
it is officially on Letterboxd. So
yeah,
it's
somebody put it on
Letterboxd.
Letterboxd.
And it has 3 5-star reviews. How
So,
can you tell me this
you
is
got
a
it.
joke? If people wait, there's one savage half-star review from Mr.
Um,
Michael Baudelaire. It says doesn't even deserve a star as it's not a real movie.
It's not real. It was a meme that somebody took and put on Letterboxd and was like, you know what? Let's find somebody that would be perfect for this. Chris Day, put him on there. So they put him on there. I thought it was funny. I love that. But his music career, if you guys haven't listened to his songs, you need to listen to some of them because
I didn't even know the
Like,
man was
he's a
multi-
That
rapper,
must be our
he's
next
a country
reaction.
music singer.
It'll be a re-listen.
Yeah.
We'll re-listen to one of his songs.
Also fair. Now we ended. Thank you, man, for coming out here today, Mr. Matt Beard. Like I said, shame on you for dumping the man. I know you will regret this.
I will. He's going to win an Oscar, and I'll be like, oh, I could have produced that and got an Oscar.
Also, if he doesn't, he might give one to himself.
True, he might.
Yeah.
He might buy the Academy and then give himself the Oscar.
He's going to be so successful that we are all going to be here wanting to be more like him with bigger tits. But
he's going to buy Disney. He's going to change it to he's going to change Disney World to Chris Day World. Can't wait.
So, thanks everybody who
Matt, if you had to cast Seven Samurai, who would cast as the other besides Chris or behind Chris? So Chris has to be in it. You would have to put Chris Day in Seven Samurai, and it would have to take place in Asia because Chris wants to be authentic. So you'd have him in it. Probably Bradley Cooper he would want in there. So I mean I would like that. Willem Dafoe, Alden Ehrenreich, The Rock, because you have to have The Rock.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do Seven Samurai with Chris Day, have to have The Rock. I would go probably Adam Sandler, and then
that is
Mark
an
Wahlberg.
interesting choice.
Yes,
I think Sandler and Dave would play well together.
Oh yeah. So you have mostly white people in a Seven Samurai movie.
Of course.
So.
I mean, it has to be. You have to take it back.
Oh, yeah. You have to.
I actually like this suggestion very much.
Chris Day, and DMX. Yes.
I feel that the inclusion of DMX will calm down the far leftists.
True.
So, if anybody else has any more questions, screw you because you got here very late and Mike has to go to work. So,
literally.
Thanks, Mike, as always, for being here with me for MRank. Thank you, Matt Beard, for joining us and for giving us the deliciousness, brilliance that was that Weapon X film adaptation.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
It's a hidden gem that we probably would never have found without you.
Yes.
So, that's it. Thanks, everybody who joined us. Thanks, Matt Beard, like I said. Apparently, somebody says, fuck Andrew Barr. This has been MRank episode 33. And we'll be back at some point with more Chris Day. There's always more Chris Day.
Yeah. Can't have